Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the 5-2 Toys Beastbox Clawde. Now we are finally at the end of the Hound Squad review. So in this review it's going to be pretty simple. So for now, I'm going to give you a bit of explanation what's going on here, and then I'll be showing the transformed version of Clawde. This is the cube mode, and I'll be showing its hound mode. And after the hound mode, I'll do a quick comparison with its counterpart. Because I believe we got Jawliet previously, and it's pretty much the same structure, so I'm just going to mention what the main difference is. And then I am now going to combine all 4 units to make into the Mecha Rex mode. So, and we'll be going on from there. Alright, so now let's get on to the review. So, as usual, let's talk about components. So first of all, what you get, of course, is obviously the main unit itself is the box charger. The box charger is this cube case here. So when you can Beastbox, you can transform the mecha animals into a 5 centimeter perfect cube. So you can actually store these in. And if you have multiple of these cube chargers, you can actually connect them side by side or top to bottom as well. So you can stack them up and store them in on the wall if you want to do so. Obviously, I've reviewed a good amount of Beastbox at this point, so you should know that you should be getting a PVC card, a catalog, and the instruction manual for the PVC card as well. Other than that, here we get its bio card, or its, character card. I do like the overall art style. Here we have the unit, here we have the cube mode, and then on the back side we do get a little bit more explanation, a bit of background explanation, just a slight bit, and then some stats. So if you want to read, you can kind of pause the video and read if you want to do so. And then here I'm looking at the stats here. Seems like it has overall average stats and overall like speed, courage, strength, defense, and they're all pretty well balanced out. There's no, they're all on the same. They're all on the same area. So that's pretty good actually. This is one of the most balanced Beastbox stats I have seen so far. Alright, so the transformation process is pretty much identical as this one. As the previous Jawliet, so I'll be right back with the transformed version and we'll go on from there. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So here we have all the 4 units transformed. This is all the 4 hound units that you need to combine, but technically speaking, now you could buy 2 of these guys. You could basically buy 2 of each of these, or 2 of each of the white ones to complete the combined form if you want to finish it more faster. Because I personally wait to get all 4 because I actually really did enjoy the first 2 to 3 modes. So I decided I just wanted to go for it. So yeah. So, like I mentioned before, like these 2 guys, they are the exact same mold, but they have different designs or details going on there. So, which also applies to these 2. I believe it was Jawliet. Yeah, Jawliet and Clawde. They are the same mold. They have the same articulation and same most of the structure. The only difference would be like the tail and the head. Now, you might be wondering if they're the same. Why is their height different? Now, the only difference is that. Now they're actually the same mold. The only difference that in this guy it has less transformation, but you still have the articulation. You can still extend the leg and the back leg outwards to make it look him tall, to make him into the same size. So once again, that's just the only difference. But for this guy, I believe it's a different type of dog or breed, which is why they wanted to go with it. So they gave him, instead of giving him entirely new shorter legs, they just used the original legs from this guy and then folded it up inwards to make it look shorter. So that is the only difference here. So now I'm not going to show you guys the combined form process, the combining process, because that's going to take a long time. But basically, what happens here, these 2 guys will become the legs of the Mecha Rex unit. So these 2 will become each leg, so the entire leg area. So yeah, these two will transform into legs, and then these 2 guys will be practically the rest, the main body, the tail, and the head. So now they will each compose the half part. So it's really up to you which color you want it to be in terms of the head. So I'm gonna go with the white head because that's mostly the way how they advertised it. But once again, if you want to have a fully 1 color combined form, you need to buy 2 of these guys and 2 of the white ones as well, or the red one. So really up to your preference. So I'll be right back with the combined form, and let's see what we got from there. Okay, I'm back. So here we have all the 4 components ready for the combination here. So once again, Clawde and Jawliet becomes the legs, the rest becomes the top rest of the body. Now keep in mind, it's really up to your preference whether you want to go with the red front or the white front. I'm going with the white front. Now the only difference that would change if you change the color section, other than the color, would be that if you go with the red front section, the eyes would be more circular, and then I believe instead of these, we'll have to go in front of the arms, as far as I know. Alright, so the way how this works is that we have this section here where you have these two pegs you can pull down, and then there's these two holes. Just connect them there, and voila, you have the main body and the tail section. Yeah, I believe this is considered to be a tail. The rest is that we have these pegs for the legs. All you need to do is just combine them. Now, as far as I know, these with 5-2 toys, that they use these interesting ratchet joints that they're for these type of joints. Now this is not their first time making a combiner, so yeah, this is the general idea of what it's supposed to look like. So I might need to do some cleaning up here, but once again, this is generally the combined form. It's supposed to be some sort of a Mecha Rex going on here. In terms of articulation, I can't say much because once again, I'm gonna need to do some cleaning up. So, but before that, let's see what we got. So, this, which is obviously originally the front legs, are now the arms of this Mecha Rex figure. So once again, they can go up and down. But they do their job as well. So although it does seem a little bit awkward because these arms do seem a little bit long for a Rex type, you know, a Tyrannosaurus Rex type beast, and I think I'm gonna have to take off these missile launchers because they are getting in the way, or they are colliding with each other at the moment. Now my biggest concern when it comes to a combiner is mostly the leg articulation, because I would assume there's no like right even here. So I mean, sure, these are technically all connected to the body, so you're going to need to do some controlling here to make it look right and making it stand right. But once again, my concern was the side joints. Is there any side articulation other than the forward and backward movement going on here? So going forward and backward seems to be no problem at all. Problem is, can it go to the side? And I'm gonna say no, it does. There's no articulation that allows it to spread the legs here, so it's gonna be constantly fighting with the two legs, colliding with each other at this point here. And well, the tail, well, we do have a little bit of wiggle going on here because the way how the joint here works, and going upward and downward should be a little bit possible if you want to do so. Because it is a tail, and because of the articulation that does exist inside here as well. The back is a little bit messy, but once again, I don't think it really matters at this point. So yeah, that is it pretty much. So once again, this is not their first time making a combiner form, but once again, usually combined forms are usually now I'm not sure about Transformers, but based on my experience, some actually do very well, but at the same time, some others they don't do well, because sometimes when they're making a combiner from a company, they only care about the combination aspect, which once they complete the combination, that's pretty much it. There's not much you can do with the articulation, because it's the whole product or the combination could be, you know, just for the sake of combining 4 units into one and nothing else. So this, I believe, is one of those cases. So articulation on the combined form, I'm not gonna say is the best. Especially my biggest concern was pretty much the legs, especially the side joints here, or the leg joints here, where I was hoping that you could do a bit of a spread going on here, but seems like I don't think it's not really meant to do spreads. I mean, there are maybe ways that you can work your way out maybe by doing this, but that's not really a spread. It's more like going in an angle. So yeah, that was pretty much my only concern, and it was what I thought it was. But once again, it's really interesting to see 4 hounds to combine to become a Mecha Rex type figure. I mean, we don't see this too often. Now this is their second attempt to make a combiner form from the Beastbox line. The previous one was, I believe, was Primatus, which was a combination of 4 monkey type units, although they're pretty much 2 of the same mold. So there's 2 types of monkeys. You could technically buy 2 of each and to combine the Primatus. I believe that one was a little bit more better in terms of the arms, but once again, I believe the legs weren't as great, as if I remember correctly. Now from the Mega Box line, they did a really good job with their combiners, like such as the Icarus and Landbreaker. Those are still my top 2 tier like combiners when it comes to 5-2 toys. So once again, I think this whole like 4 unit combined form, Yeah. I'm still hoping that in the future there's going to be some improvement in terms of the articulation on the combined form. But keep in mind, each Beastbox articulation is top notch. I will give it that. They were all amazing. I really enjoyed reviewing them. In this form, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be keeping it in this form as much as it looks really terrifying. Yeah, it is going to take a lot of space, and the lack of articulation in certain areas is a little bit, a little bit bland. But once again, it is interesting to see like this company working on new stuff, and I'm really looking forward for the future releases as well. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the 5-2 Toys Beastbox Clawde review and the combined form of the 4 hound units as well. If you guys got any questions or requests, in the comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.